This is horrible. Everybody's having the same reaction. Look how the Flashpoint boys are taking it. Boy, look how mad Lanny Walnuts is. The Trump arrest. Oh, with Lanny Walnuts and Ben Bergdorf or whatever. But let's see. It's a dark day. It's a dark day. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election.
You're allowed to challenge an election. You have all kinds of legal recourse. You had plenty of fucking lawsuits. You lost all of them. You had recounts. You lost all of them. That's not a problem.
I thought the election was a rigged election.
I don't give a fuck what you think. It's still illegal to shoot your girlfriend, even if she was cheating on you, whether you, like, the fact that you thought she was and it turned out she wasn't, doesn't mean she deserved it.
Stolen election.
Spelled with 2 L's.
I should have every right to do that. As you know, you have many people that you've been watching over the years do the same thing, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Stacey Abrams or...
No, again, none of them got a mob to attack the fucking Capitol or came up with their own electors or tried to manipulate a governor into switching the votes. You can bitch all you want. This motherfucker does... Look, this has, I think, a lot to do with their issues with consent. Trump has an issue with consent. And the idea that, saying you're going to do something and doing it are two totally different things. And when you say you're going to do something, people laugh it off, and then you start to do it and they tell you to go fuck yourself. You're like, you didn't complain when I said I was going to do it. Yeah, but now you're trying to do it. Fuck you. That's the difference. It hangs up, it's a weird, right-wingers have an issue with, across the board, with the concept of consent, and especially him.
Many others. When you have that great freedom to challenge, you have to be able to, otherwise you're going to have very dishonest elections. What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing.
Well, I'm glad he's speaking on behalf of the other 19, or 18 of them. Well, maybe 16 of them.
Wrong, and everybody knows it. I've never had such support, and that goes with the other ones. Too. What they're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before.
Yeah, but there's never been a crimey fucking crooked president like you before. I mean, you're a special case. Congratulations, Don. You have tested the limits of our system, and our system reacted like white blood cells spotting a pustule.
This is their way of campaigning, and this is one instance, but you have 3 other.
He means election interference. This is their way of interfering in an election, but this is his way of campaigning, so he had a Freudian slip.
Instances, it's election interference.
See, he jumps back to it and kind of fixes it.
So I want to thank you for being here. We did nothing wrong at all.
I want to thank you for being here. My lovely, there's just reporters. Okay. All of my reporters are here.
And we have every right, every single right to challenge an election that we think is dishonest, that we think.
Right. And then once those rights run out, anything you go beyond your rights is a crime. So fuck off.
It's very dishonest. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much.
Hello, America. Welcome.
Hello.
To the Glenn Beck program, the Friday chat. I will tell you that Donald Trump is going to be joining me next Tuesday. We're going to continue that particular conversation.
Oh, yes. Well, it wasn't so much a conversation as a statement. You do realize it wasn't a conversation. He walked away. He didn't even take questions.
It was a horrible week for the Republic.
Party. For the Republican Party. It was fine for the Republic.
Never seen anything like this.
Right, but we've also never had one of the major parties continue to support a candidate, even if he's in the lead, that has literally been named as a rapist by a court of law. There's all kinds of firsts here, Glenn.
I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it coming up in just a second. First, every day we hear about another familiar brand selling out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Buy a Patriot phone but ads first. Okay, hold on.
Let me show you the picture, the mugshot of...
Sorry, it still gets me. there's just something very how can I put it? There's something very about it. You know what I mean? It just gives off that kind of a vibe. You know what I mean?
President Donald J. Trump.
It's terrible. It's terrible. You'd have something like that.
Here I am like an idiot.
Sorry. You were saying?
That's a impressive mugshot.
Mudshot? You said mudshot. You couldn't. Yeah, that's an impressive mugshot. Why? Because he's like, what do I want my I made that. Do you like it? Do you like that one? He loves that picture. Sorry. I told you I was working. I'm working for you guys. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. He has a whole team of fucking people. He doesn't have anything like that. He's got a fucking chalkboard. He didn't build a single button that does this.
Here I am like an idiot.
Sorry. I'm such an asshole. So like the cloud, I was very proud. It was very hard to make that work. It took layers. Oh God! All right.
He had to go in, first president that it's ever happened.
Yeah, it's an honor that somehow all the other presidents were not afforded, especially the ones that were assassinated or had to resign.
Received a prisoner number as well. You couldn't humiliate.
You already have it. It's already your PIN number, isn't it? But by the way, in case you're wondering, if I may, and I think I have this let me bring this graphic up real quick. Send in the clowns to here. And I'll add an image that I put in here earlier. It's this guy, and I think it's that one, and I'm pretty sure it's nope, that's not it. Shit. It's okay. We'll do this later. Which one was it? Shit. I know I have a name for it. It's I think it's, oh, it might be because there's a number. Oh yeah, prison number. Trump. There it is. Okay. So I made this little piece of art earlier today as a thing, and that's his number. P0113. It's a 0, I think. P prisoner 011358809. Now, first of all, there's some that maggot rapper is doing a version of 8675309 Jenny right now, and there's just no way they're not doing it. Also, if you know there's a MAGA person in your area, that is now their Wi-Fi password, guaranteed. If if you want to break into somebody's Twitter account, probably that's the password right now. If they're a maggot, that is now the standard one. That's it. That's what they're going with. That is going to be it. That is going to, they're going to play it for Powerball. That's right. Everywhere. That is the number. P stands for POTUS. No, it stands for pooch. Weird. But yeah, as in screwed. Here we go.
More than they did yesterday. Couldn't interfere more with an election than they did yesterday. But this is just the beginning of it.
Well, yeah, that's how, most, well, I guess the indictment's sort of the beginning of it. But once you surrender and,
let's go to cut 2, please.
This is the inmate number for the former president of the United States. P, I don't know, is that would be a 0 or an O? P011-35809. Former President of the United States has an inmate number, and it's P011-35809.
So I guess that's fake news. He probably doesn't have that number then, right, Glenn? Because I mean that's mainstream. That's CNN saying that, so that's probably fake. The numbers are probably backwards. Probably backwards.
For years, we have not done this.
Properly washed your hands.
We should have done it to Nixon.
Oh, I see.
I think we should have done it. There should have been some price for lying to the American people in Congress, but maybe not jail time. But certainly for the corruption that happened with Hillary Clinton as the head of the State Department, where she was taking top secret documents out of a SCIF, intentionally having her staff cut off the top that said top secret, and then fax them to her or send them to her on an open channel so she could have them on a server at home. That's espionage level kind of stuff. That is a
so death penalty. Also, I mean, it's nonsense.
Severe.
Okay, hold on. I'll show you what he's referencing. Let's see. Hillary Stiff could classified facts. Blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, so this is the New York Post wrote this according to the report. Yeah, okay. So this is the this is from 2016. There you go. This is what he's talking about. Paul Sperry. Hillary Clinton plays the victim. Blah, blah, blah. FBI is investigating whether members of Hillary Clinton's inner circle cut and pasted material from the government's classified network so that it could be sent to her private email address. Former State Department security official said. Former. The Clinton and her top aides had access to the Pentagon-run classified network and goes up to the secret level as well as separate. The two systems, the secret Internet Protocol Router System, SPIRNet, and Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communication System, JWICS, were not connected to the unclassified system known as the Non-Classified Internet Protocol Router Network, NIPRNet. You cannot email from one system to the other, though you can use NIPRNet to send emails outside the government. Somehow, highly classified information from the SPIRNet, as well as super secure JWICS, jumped those closed systems to the open system and turned up in at least 1,340 of Clinton's home emails, including several CIA earlier month flagged as containing ultra-sensitive, secret, compartmental information, etc. SAP includes dark projects such as drone operations, while SCI protects intelligence sources. Fox reported Friday that at least one of Clinton's emails included sensitive information on spies. It takes, and again, they don't ever define that. It takes a very conscious effort to move a classified email or cable from a classified server over the unsecured open system and then send it to Hillary Clinton's personal email account. That's no less than a two-conscious step process. He says it's clear from some of the classified emails made public that someone on Clinton's staff essentially cut and pasted content from classified cables into the message sent to her. The classified markings are gone, but the content is classified at the highest levels, and so sensitive material in nature, it would have been obvious to Clinton. Most likely, the information was in turn mailed to her on the NIPRNet. To work around the closed classified systems, which are accessible only by secure desktop workstations, Clinton staff would have simply retyped classified information on the systems into non-classified system. Either way, it's totally illegal. Okay. This is that person. The New York Post basically came up with, had a dude who was their source who would go, if you were going to do this, how did it happen? In one email, Clinton pressured Sullivan to declassify cable remarks by a foreign leader. Just email it. To which Sullivan replied, trust me, I share your exasperation, but until Ops converts it to the unclassified email system, there's no physical way for me to email it. In another... Yeah. She had the right to declassify stuff. Okay. This is where it gets dumb. Remember the executive order that I showed you guys a while back? because she's the head of the State Department. So, Communication. Okay, let's do this. Okay, executive order. Yeah, 13.526. Here we go. So let me show you this. Well, I'll just pop it up here, and you guys can read it up this way. Hold on. Go up to here. All right. So executive order 13.526. We've looked at this before, but I think it's important. Okay. Now, this will clarify this. Now, therefore, I, Barack Obama, by the authority vested in me as President of the Constitution, the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered as follows. Information may be originally classified under the terms of this order only if all the following conditions are met. An original classification authority is classifying the information that the Secretary of State has the right to classify stuff. The information is owned, produced by, or is under the control of the United States government. That is true. The information falls within one or more of the categories of information listed in 1.4 of this order. There's significant doubt to classify. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's go here. Classification levels. Okay, and then we go to who can do it. There you go. Classification authority. This is the part that matters. Okay, Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State, and thereby everything that happened in the State Department is under her direct responsibility, control, etc. The authority to classify information originally may be exercised only by the president and the vice president. That's number one. Number two, agency heads and officials designated by the president, of which Hillary Clinton is one. So if she says, just email it, she has effectively declassified it because it's a State Department cable. United States government officials delegated this authority pursuant to the paragraph in this section. They don't say which one this is. Hold on. To classify cable remarks by a foreign leader. Cabled remarks by a foreign leader. So an email that they sent from that leader to her or something. She's like, get it over here. She's got to read it wherever she is. And then apparently physical way. There's no physical way for me to mail it. Yeah, okay, so they didn't have a copy of it. But she has the right to declassify it. Another recently released email, Clinton instructed Sullivan to convert a classified document into an unclassified email attachment by scanning it into an unsecured computer and sending it to her without any classification. Turn into non-paper with no identifying heading and send non-secure, she ordered. Yeah. Yeah, she has the right to do that because of Executive Order 13.526. Now, you can argue about whether or not you think it's a good idea. You can argue about whether, somebody is slapdash with those kind of things. But what you cannot argue is that she had the right to do it. As a matter of fact, she was actively the Secretary of State at the time, had the right to classify or declassify documents in her control that were specific to her job. And that was during her term as Secretary of State. But Glenn wants you to think otherwise.
Forget about that.
It's not a crime. I've already established that. You're a big dummy. Move on.
Benghazi. Forget about that.
How can we forget about it? She sat for 11 fucking hours. The only thing Trump has spent 11 hours in is a golf cart over a weekend.
At some point, people believe that if you're a D, you don't have to worry about crime. If you're an R, you really have to look out.
Well, I mean, because you're doing more of them, I think. That's why. I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you're in the process of criming a lot more. You're going to be, you'll be more on the lookout for cops in your rearview mirror, and then if you're just driving across the city, you could run some errands, I think, right?
That is exactly what happened here.
No, it isn't.
The Donald Trump impeachment, the first one, was all about Ukraine. Well,
it was all about him recognizing he was losing the election, getting internal poll numbers that scared the living shit out of him, and trying to manipulate the head of Ukraine into creating a fake investigation that they didn't have to resolve it before the election, but just enough to stir up some dirt to try and shave some points.
What did he not want somebody looking into in Ukraine? Donald Trump, I don't think, realized that he was talking to somebody who is one step removed from the Biden crime family partnership.
Oh, okay. So Zelensky's a crook. That's thanks. So he's not, which probably means by obviously, by connection, the Ukrainian people all had this coming because, they elected a Jew, even though they're run by neo-Nazis, and the Bidens made them, even though they weren't anywhere near the levers of power when that election happened.
That's what they were doing. They immediately shifted, said he's trying to subvert an election. He is doing something shady here, when all they were doing was trying to hide what Joe Biden had done in Ukraine.
Well, if they were trying to, so they were trying to hide, subvert. If they were trying to hide it, they weren't. So they were passively trying to hide it by ignoring it because possibly Occam's rubber mallet. They were like, if we don't look, if the monster can't see it, if I can't see it, it can't see me. Like kid looking into his closet in the dark kind of a psychology. Is that that's the level of thinking you think is going on? So it's again, okay, so it's Ukraine's fault and NATO's fault that Russia invaded, and it's Biden's fault that Trump committed a crime trying to dig up dirt on him that didn't exist.
And many, many others.
Yeah, just many others. Just, yeah, there is too many to even talk about.
In Ukraine.
Ugh, God, Ukraine, He's going to cry. Are we going to get crying Glenn?
We didn't do this for years because this is why you go into a banana republic.
Oh, this is, you guys are going to, I got to say, the store Banana Republic has completely fucked up the whole, this is a Banana Republic thing. Even like at this point, in the United States, in current year, it wouldn't be weird even to have a store called Third World Country, where it's just like used Western wear. We sell used cowboy hats and boots and Wranglers and stuff, like real, and we don't even wash it. Welcome to Third World Country. And we got a little subsidiary down the street there. It's called a Ninth World Country.
A Ninth World Country, not
That's
a
right.
Third World Country, a Ninth World Country.
That's right. You can shop there all you want to. We take bags of rice. That's the only thing we get. That's our current currency of exchange.
The next step after this is what happened this week with Russia and one of his enemies.
Okay, so yeah, so Trump's next thing is like, if I was Trump, I wouldn't get in his airplane. That's clearly what's going to happen. So this is Glenn, and along with Pat and everybody trying to gin up some fucking violence in the country.
Blown out of the sky.
Blown out of this guy. Believe me, there's a lot blown out of this guy. Let me tell you, the number of things that have been blown out of this guy. I gotta tell you, look, roll over.
Wow, what a.
Wow, I agree. You know what I mean? Just wow. Just wow. I don't even know. I don't have my wows. That's so sad. Oh, yes, I do.
What?
No, I don't. I thought I had I thought I had my wows, and I don't. I have.
What?
It's true.
I like wood.
I don't care. It's honestly none of my business. So yeah, I don't have my wows.
All right. So much for that.
Right.
Coincidence. Another guy that speaks out against Vladimir Putin.
What? Another guy that speaks out against Vladimir Putin?
Finds themselves dead.
Finds themselves dead. Well, there was 7 people in the plane. What about the pilot? That poor sap.
This is what mobs do. This is
right. That's why Trump's being charged under RICO.
This is what banana republics do.
So confused. Banana Republic is owned by the mob. I like their suits. They fit so well right off the rack. The ties are the right length. It's because I have like long legs and my torso is slightly shorter. It's just part of what makes me cute. But it's hard to find a tie that like the evening. It's just a lot. You know what I mean? You don't want that Trump dangly fucking pointing at your aging balls kind of tie. That's not, you don't do that. That looks terrible.
Did you ever think for speaking out, you could be arrested?
No, and I still can't. I cannot be arrested for speaking out. Neither can you. You're on television. If anything you're saying is true, those bars would be in front of you, fuckhead. It's a little frame that's behind you. That would have been here. That'd be, yeah.
It's coming.
No, it's not.
It's already happening to some if you speak out against pro-life.
No. Oh, wait a minute. If you speak out against pro-life? Oh, I see. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?
It's already happening to some if you speak out against pro-life.
Oh, so some red states are going to throw you in jail? Oh, you mean like if you speak out against pro-life? So if you're pro-choice, you'll get thrown in jail. Yeah, that's pretty much, yes, right-wingers are doing that. That is precisely it, yeah. I don't think that's what you think you're talking about, but yeah.
You speak out for Donald Trump. Imagine being an attorney for Donald Trump.
No, I couldn't, because after a while, him grabbing my ass would be irritating, and I'd go, wait a minute, I'm not even getting paid for this? It'd be like double gross.
Who wants to be an attorney for Donald Trump?
I agree. Loser! You're like, he doesn't pay, and he's guilty. Fuck this.
Well, I know John Adams would have. I know.
No. Believe me, in John Adams' time, this would have been settled a long time ago before he ever got into office.
Our founders would have, but nope, not now, because they've sent the message. You're going to jail.
Well, no, his current lawyers aren't going to jail. These are the ones who participated in the actual scheme. Rudy didn't lie under oath to the state legislatures and work as part of this scheme as a lawyer for the president. There are courtrooms for that. Once you're a spokesperson or you're a surrogate for him, it's a whole different ball. You're not being a fucking lawyer in that case. There is no attorney-client privilege about shit your own client says in public into a microphone.
We will bankrupt you. We will destroy you.
No. Trump will bankrupt you. I mean, because he'll not pay your bills when you're working for him or when you've been arrested for working with him.
Now, what is the crime in the actual?
I would say that shirt. I would say just in general. No. I mean, no. Don't button it up all the way to your neck. That's weird to start with. And don't tuck it in. No. I don't even know how you get something like that tailored. No. No. Can't do it.
Charge. What is it based on?
The coordinated effort behind the scenes to subvert democracy after all their legal remedies had run out and they had lost all their recounts, and trying to use the pressure as the president of the United States with his personal lawyers to set up a fake set of electors and then undermine the actual votes of a state. I mean, I've read the indictment, so that's ballpark.
It is based on the attorney saying, if we want to make sure that we have the ability, this is in December, early December, have the ability to fight this, the Constitution is very clear. December 14th is the cutoff date, and so we must seat the other electors. We must have them seated and them documented. Otherwise, even if you find, hey, look, here's pictures of them actually throwing the election towards Biden, you could.
Which, just for the record, I don't know if I had to clarify this, but never happened. just to clarify, because in his, I don't know, you might be led to believe that in his description that's indeed how it turned out. It did not indeed turn out that way.
They have all the proof you need, but
no, yeah, it doesn't matter. You have to have all the proof before then. That's why you have weeks and weeks.
if you don't have that second slate of electors, when it comes to January 6th, it doesn't matter.
Right, but you can't just make up another group of electors. You don't get to. We're not deciding this by leg wrestling. This is not the Western territories. We have a functioning government. This is 2020 fucking 20. God damn it.
Because you have to have those people seated by December 14th. So the letter was, let's get these people seated in case, just in case. That was a conspiracy?
Well, you would, if you notice, Ari Melber had, like I said, he had the little bars across there where it went from green to yellow to red. That was in the yellow category. The red part happens when they brought those people to DC and had a structure in place after that date had passed, after December 14th, where they were going to bring them anyways, where they were going to attempt to halt the proceedings, even though they'd been certified, and seat their electors anyways. That's where it, asshole, this is the premise that he's trying to make you believe that up until that date, they were, it was legal. But what he's trying to say is that they're saying the criminality happened before the date, when indeed the reason criminality did happen during that time was because they never intended to honor the date. They were planning on doing this past that date because they knew they were losing, and they were going to lose, and they had already lost. So they were planning on having the swap out where they would just throw it back to the states, and the states would go, I don't believe this. They'll just automatically say, we see those other electors as more valid than these. We'll worry about the votes next time. And then send get the state legislature to flip the electors even though they don't line up with the votes. That was the scheme. That's what's illegal. That's what makes this a RICO case. And that's where their lead up to it, while everything that led up to that point wasn't technically illegal to that point, if they had stopped. It's like saying, can you have a gun in the city? Yes, you can. Can you wear a mask in the city? Well, COVID being what it is, and people worry about their health. Absolutely. Can you drive in the city? Absolutely, you can drive in the city. If you have a driver's license, you're allowed to. Cool. So all we did was drive up to the bank wearing masks and carrying guns. And they think they want to put conspiracy to rob the bank on this thing just because we went up there and the door was locked and we forgot it was a bank holiday. Fuck! And we had to go back home. And we turn around, there's a bunch of cops standing there because we're fucking stupid. And we tried to rob the bank on a day it was closed. And there we are in masks holding guns with a car that's running. And they're going, and our fallback defense is, we never robbed the bank. All we did was 3 legal things and what? Is being late against the law, huh? Is having I'm sorry, Your Honor, but if screwing up have anyone in the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, has anyone ever fallen asleep, in the afternoon to take a nap and woke up after dark and thought it was the next morning? Anybody done that? I'm the only one. So you're going to send us all to jail for attempted grand larceny, because I thought it was
Really?
Yeah, really. And really. That's the argument. And again, this goes to the lawful gun owners. Every single mass shooter, but for a few that were, felons that didn't have the right to own a gun, and those are quite rare. But all the ones that, from, Sandy Hook and some of the others, were technically law-abiding gun owners till the second they pulled the fucking trigger. And these assholes want them to have the right to walk around with as many rounds of ammunition as they want on their fucking person, wearing body armor, open carry if they fucking want to, because that's what makes the Second Amendment to them. Not self-defense, not that, but just the brandishing of these fucking things like they're toys and you're living in a Call of Duty cutscene or some shit, right? They want to make sure that nobody can ask you a fucking question. Where are you going? Why are you walking towards the school? None of your fucking business. So we can't even follow our hunches about somebody with a gun walking towards a school until the very second they open fucking fire. And how many times do they do it before they file an injunction against the police because they just like to be open carry? And then after the fourth one, the cops can't, the cops get in the habit of like, oh, there's that asshole again. And that's the day they open fire. That's the world these assholes are trying to set up. Because they don't care. They don't actually care about any of this shit. It's just macho cartoon bullshit. But the idea that, like, a conspiracy isn't illegal if you fail, that's the argument.
And then Donald Trump, they have to prove that he really didn't think he won the election. Donald Trump believes he won the election. 100%, totally, with everything in his being, with every hamburger he has eaten, with every gold faucet that he's ever put into any house or airplane. He believes it.
Right, I don't care. I don't care. Especially, because he's fucking wrong. I don't care if he believes it. Him being psychotic, and again, tell you what, this is, you're making a great insanity case, or at least a doddering old fuck, possible stroke victim defense. But certainly not the kind of defense that you would want to have to use on someone you want to be president of the United States of America. Get the fuck out of here. And secondly, no, he doesn't. He just now knows that if he says otherwise, he's in deep shit. Because they've got him on tape and talking to other people and who says, can you believe I lost to this guy? And he just fired anybody who told him he lost after a while because they decided on this plan and they were sticking to it. And again, just because you believe something doesn't give you the right to break the law. Run for office again. You think you're that badass. As a matter of fact, it shows you that he does not think he actually won, and he does not think he was that great a president, that he knows that he's aware that every sign is showing him he's lost, and I can't even look at that. I can't even look. It can't be true. It can't be true. What kind of bullshit? How is that a standard you want in a fucking president? Are you nuts?
So what you're doing is you are putting people in jail for questioning.
No. Nope. Question marks aren't against the law, fuckhead. Stop it. No. He's going to go to jail because he questioned it and people went, no, sorry, you lost. And he went, you sure? Yes, we're sure. How many times? It was 7 times. We've done 7 recounts and we've gone back over, you fucking lost. Are you sure? Yes, we're very sure. None of that got him in trouble. The part that got him in trouble was when he stopped questioning and started asserting a lie. When he started believing his own bullshit or selling the idea that he believes his own bullshit and then acted on it. Once you start trying to manipulate the governor and the Secretary of State and other elected officials, and you start fucking making little secret phone calls to legislatures going, okay, look, we're gonna flip this and we're gonna send it back to you, and you guys are gonna send us a group of electors that you'll already have sworn in, and they'll be ready to go. And once we shoot this down, our people are gonna interrupt the fucking count by, hanging the vice president. And in all the turmoil, there are no questions in that. You have stopped questioning and you have started acting on a false belief. Otherwise, there would be, our jails would be overflowing with QAnon fucking morons.
When have we seen that before? Oh.
Stalin's Russia, maybe Mao's China.
COVID mandates.
COVID mandates?
If
What?
you're questioning, you either need to be stoned in the public square,
Which happened to literally no one.
or the police will arrest.
Well, they might arrest you for being stoned in the public square because, walking under the influence, you might bump into somebody and with a lit cigarette, or joint, you might burn them, something like that. Is that kind of stoned in the public square? No. The police aren't going to arrest you for speaking out. The police will arrest you for it when there is a mandate and you are getting loans to keep your business open. You can get financial support to keep your business functioning, but you refuse it and you just keep your business open because you don't believe this bullshit, and people get together and people die. And the government goes, you're going to get sued into oblivion. And a lot of people, we don't care about that. We're more worried about the citizens that are going to die because you're being a dick and you're attracting these dicks. And if churches can't get together, why can you in your fucking corner bar? So we're going to fine you or shut the doors or lock them or arrest you until this is over. And then you can go right back to it.
If you don't do what they say, well, here's a problem.
Here's a problem with your argument. A lot of people didn't do what they say and were fine. And no one, not a single person, was ever bumped off of a social media site or stoned in the public square because they asked a fucking question. Unless, of course, that question was, why don't we all just go over and kill that motherfucker? That might have gotten you in trouble. Is that the kind of questions you're talking about, Glenn? You fucking cheesehead.
With that, what the experts say, we'll show you in a minute, is not the right thing most times right now.
I see. Don't trust experts. Trust Glenn Beck, a man who wears an old Western shirt like his mother put it on him.
Before we get there.
Oh, yeah, if we ever do.
Donald Trump didn't show up to the debate this week, and I think that's what I would do if I were him.
Right, because if you were him, you would be a deluded old fart and sweating profusely and high on Adderall and afraid that anybody would ask you a substantive question and you really wouldn't know the answer to it. So basically, you'd be you. You'd probably, I'm surprised you'd show up. Well, you didn't show up. Weird. What's that about? Just asking a question.
I agreed with his decision. I didn't like it, but I agreed with it. It's exactly what I would do.
So you do things you don't like. Interesting.
But when you don't have the front runner there, what message?
In what way
is that sending? Why?
That I don't know, that he's scared. That somebody will ask him a tough question, or he'll get all sweaty, or that he'll pass out on stage because he gets flustered.
Why did Fox News? No. Why did the GOP agree to let Fox News and then Fox Business host the first two debates and then not allow anyone to play any clips from it?
Not allow anyone to play any clips from it. Oh, did he get a strike? Did he try to carry it and they got a strike from it? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but yeah, because you play them without crediting them, or I don't know, because it's not fair use when you do it.
So the only people that saw,
because you're not criticizing it, you're just carrying it.
The things in that debate were the ones who watched it, which are the most active. Fox News, in a move I've never, ever seen in my 40-some years of broadcast, I've never seen this.
So, you do realize for half that time there was no Fox Business even.
You can't play clips?
Oh, I see. Is this what he's pissed about? This is where we're going? This whole thing, this is election interference. They're fucking with Donald Trump. They're going to throw him in jail. It's banana Republic stuff. And I can't play clips? How am I supposed... You can't play even clips. Ugh. No clips. So I'm effectively clipless. That's what... No clips. Well, okay. I mean, no clips at all. All right. probably going to throw me in jail just for asking that question.
Really?
Yeah, really. I think, yeah. So NFL does it. I mean, this is the footballification of, as Boston Bryant said this morning on this morning's, by the way, fantastic morning show. It was more like that. He brought up the idea of the footballification of sports. I mean, of politics, where they make it more like a sport, and everybody just wears their, you only vote for a person or an idea because they have your team letter on their chest. And there's a bunch of that. But this would be a good example of just sort of the material footballification of it, where they're using the same rules as the NFL.
That's strange.
Not anymore. I mean, initially they might have used them and then realized how many ratings points they were losing. I mean, they do have Fox Nation and they do have Fox like social media channels where they can play their own clips, and then a lot of people on social media sites in particular can grab those and and repost them.
Why?
Because it's embarrassing and all the candidates suck. That's what I'm going to go with.
Don't question.
Oh, I see. Fox is the deep state. Fox is the man behind the curtain. Fox is the kidney.
Here I am like an idiot.
Anyways,
The experts know what's best.
wait a minute. When did the GOP and Fox News and Fox Business become experts? It's not about clips, fucko. That's just a rights problem. What the fuck is wrong with you? They're not doing it because, well, we've looked at the clips and we just don't think you're mature enough to understand what's in the clips, although that may be true in your case, Glenn. It's not what they're shooting for. They're just going, that's our shit. You can't have our shit for free. We make ad money off our shit, and you can't make ad money off our shit without us getting money off of our shit that we should be getting ad money off our shit from. That's why. What the fuck are you talking about experts? Nothing expert about Fox News. This shit.
Let me play
Devil's advocate.
a couple of things here for you.
I would just love it if he picked up a banjo. Let me play a couple things for you right now. Froggy went to court and he did right. Crambone. Froggy went to court and he did right. Crambo. Broke a guitar string.
Our government
Well, done with those 2 pages. That's the 2 pages about the end of America. Now we're on move on to the other 2 pages about whatever he's talking about.
is, you know what an abusive parent is? An abusive parent, really, truly,
Like Trump? I'm kidding. He didn't do any parenting.
is one that you can't predict.
I think a lot of abused kids saw a pattern. A lot of that came home from work, started drinking. You could probably time it around 9 o'clock. That's when the yelling started, followed shortly thereafter by the beatings. I think a lot of people, actually, if you listen to people who've been in abusive situations, they'll tell you that there's definitely a schedule.
One that you can't, you're always flinching because you don't know, are they on my side? Are they not on my side?
Glenn, the analogy you're about to make, oddly enough, is that Biden's always your enemy. So you're never flinching. You know full well in every circumstance that the hammer's coming. Every time you open your fucking mouth about the government of any even department of the government, it's an evil force that's here to wipe you out. The only way this would make sense is that half the time Trump might shit on you and half the time he might not, and you don't quite know. That's where this is coming from.
When your kids flinch or worry, oh, don't say that. That's a sign that there's abuse there.
So your kids say that?
I'm convinced that this government is not of, by, and for the people. It is.
Shut the fuck up.
It is of, by, and for the elites.
That's why I'm having second-generation rich kid and current fraudster Donald John Trump on my show, because he deserves it, and he's earned a spot on my show. He's a scrapper. He grew up, he didn't have 2 nickels to rub together, but man, he made something of himself. He's a real bootstrapper, that Trump kid. You know, he didn't have some silver spoon. It was a gold spoon, actually, now that I think of it.
And they have their own direction.
Yes, and apparently that direction is lower than 4% unemployment and wage growth and infrastructure. And what are you talking about? What elites? If the elites allowed Trump to get elected and then they kicked him out, which one was the act of the elites? Letting him in or kicking him out? It has to be one or the fucking other. And
do they really care about you?
I don't know. I'll have to go listen to that Michael Jackson song. It's interestingly enough. Which elites are we talking about? Are we talking about, let's see, I know there's an elite. There's a couple of elites that I can think of off the top of my head. How about this guy? How about these elites? Are these the elites you're speaking of? This right here? This one right here? These elites? I mean, they're in a private plane drinking some fine something. I don't know what that is. Some sort of little cognac or something like that. You know, collar open in a private. Where are they flying? Man, that's got to be the life, isn't it? Isn't that right, Glenn? Oh, the elites. The elites. Those elites, you know, they don't. It's like, what is Glenn dreaming about right now? Gee, I couldn't tell you. Maybe this guy? Yeah, tell me about the elites. Sorry.
Let me ask you. We had.
All right, but if you ask me a question, I may have to throw you in jail, because you can be thrown in jail just for asking a question.
Our biggest disaster in 100 years.
Trump's election.
Fires.
Oh, the fires. I see.
The FBI is coming out today with a list of, it's almost 1,100 names.
Mm-hmm.
Today,
yeah, but you don't trust the FBI. You think they lie anyway, so it's probably 1,000, or they just made them up. Is this the way they're getting rid of people? They're probably, these people, Glenn, according to you, probably never even lived. They're just, they're people who are escaping. They're QAnon blood drinkers who they're just hiding. They were consumed to make adrenochrome.
I gave a story on the air about a mom who tried to get back to her house, was stopped several times. By the time she got there, the fire was raging so bad, but the fireman said, don't worry, we checked all these houses, nobody's there. She went to where her son should go if he was rescued or was safe, waited 2 days, and then she went back.
She what? Hold on. I have company. 1 second. In mid-horror story, Chip, what is it, buddy? What's it? Oh, he moved the camera, didn't he? But hold on. There we go. Uh-huh. What? Is somebody's nose under there? Who is it? Yeah, boy. Is your claw stuck? It is, isn't it? Your claw is stuck in the. Hold on. There you go. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? I'm not done yet, silly. Come here. What do you think's gonna happen? It's not a trap, stupid. Come here. Get a cam. Get a cat cam. Kitty cat cam and I don't care. Kitty cat cam and I don't care. Kitty cat cam and I don't care. Hey, buddy. You okay? You okay? You just feeling lonely? You're a lonely kitty? What's going on? What's happening? What happens? Oh my gosh, thank you, Eric. Love that. Look at, can you? Man, he's right on the money, though. Does he know the timing or what? My show's supposed to end at 5 o'clock. And this kid, I am really silly about it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but what you doing? What's a buddy to do? Look at this guy. You're so cute. You're such a good buddy. Yes, you're a buddy. What you doing? What's a buddy to do? What's a buddy to do? I don't know why that's the phrase I use with him now. It's what's a buddy to do? It just can't. It's just cat talk. I have no idea what I'm losing my mind. It's clear. What's your buddy to do? Chip is the best. It's true. Chip, what you doing, buddy? Come here. Come here. Come here. What you doing? What you doing? What? I gotta do a show. I'm almost done. Okay. I'm almost finished. Let me wrap it up, and then I'll get you a snack. Okay. No, they're good people. They don't want to deny you a snack. They're good people. Don't tell me to kill them. No, I won't do it. You can't make me. Hi. Come closer. Okay, hold on. Oh,
And
shut up.
in
Shut
her-
up, Glenn. All right. We're gonna have to call it on Glenn saying we're out of time. Glenn, your shit ran long, buddy. And you know how I don't mean that. Oh, thank you, Twisted Coconut. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Sorry. Oh, look at this. Oh, you guys are wonderful. I need to move that out of the way on there because you can't really see it as well. I'll move this up here. Yeah. Go there, and then hopefully the thing, and then we did this, and then we'll go down. Dink, dink, dink. Yeah. There we go. Ooh, there it goes. I don't know why it makes a noise again. God darn. Anyways, Chip, I'll be with you in a second. So let me finish up the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I got radio in the morning, and with Johnny Million and Philip Ittner, and it's going to be a very great show. And Philip and I had a lovely talk after the show on Wednesday. Thanks, Brenda. Don't forget to share the show. And why does it do that? Stop with the sound. Don't control it on here. Click OK. Maybe that'll do it. I still don't understand. What in the world? What in the Sam Hill is going on here? Take this over here and put it on aux 1. It did it. It did it. I can't believe it. It worked. It did it. It stopped the noise. I did it. I couldn't turn it on. I don't know why. It's going to jump back over. Oh, wait. I have to save it. Hold on. Maybe this is it. Wait 1 second. Save. Ha. Maybe we've done it. Quick. Chip, where are you going? What are you doing? He's in the... Hold on. He's... Hold on. Cat cam. Where is it? Cat cam. There he is. He's under the... Oh, look, I put it right over the... He's right behind my feet. He's right down here. You can... Wait, you can see his tail. Hold on. I think. Nope, he just moved it. There it is. There's just the tip of it right here. What's happening? What's going on? Hi, there you are. Yeah, I know. Because you get under there, and you start messing with my wires, and you know that'll panic me. And then you... Okay, so, real quick. We're going to end on this, because I gotta go, obviously. It's going to destroy the place. Oh, thank you. Thanks, love you too, Petrazi. So Benny Loco, hey. So we have in our bedroom, settle in, turn the lights down low, an air filter because we have cats. We have one of those quiet air filters just kind of constantly running. And it's got, any of you that have those, they have 3 settings on them. They have quiet, annoying, and Jesus Christ, turn that thing off, right? These are those, you know what I'm talking about? Like HEPA filters, right? And the the first one we have it on all the time, whatever. But Chip has learned that if he taps the button on the front, it will change the it will change the volume. It'll change the setting. And so he sits there. If I won't get out of bed at 4:40 in the morning, he'll just kind of casually walk over to the filter, and he knows I can see him doing it. He knows I know where he's going. He's just like this and this, and then he sits there and looks me right in the fucking eye, and he goes, like, you motherfucker. Yeah. It's so good. It's so Chip. It's so Chip. What you doing, buddy? He's right now. What are you doing? Now what do you got? He's like, oh, we're ready to go. He's already aiming for the door. He's like, food? Is food snack time? All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Appreciate you. Love you guys a bunch. Thanks for being such an awesome audience. It was really nice, and genuinely, I know, Midwestern goodbye, but it was really nice how both, all three, like Tara Dublin and Texas Paul and Boston Brian, this little guy, all saying what a great chat you guys are, and when you show up, you're super fun and well-informed and generous and supportive, and it's just great. Fucking terrific. And I cannot take credit for the gathering that happened here, but to say that if I did anything to magnetize a group of you together, I will consider it a positive in my list of accomplishments. So thank you guys a bunch. And I'll see you tomorrow for the radio show, Hal Sparks radio program, mega worldwide. Live streaming here at infotainmentwars.com and, of course, on WCPT Radio. Okay, see you then.